Yo, so I want to show you why my comments are off. I want to show you why I don't deal with people on YouTube anymore. Because there's just a really weird surveillance system on me, and now I've got awesome proof to show you. And this involves Occult Science 101, aka Bill. And if you don't know who that is, this video won't mean much to you. And if you do, you're going to love this. All right? And as far there are other people that I won't talk to, one of you who continually, and this is a thing, I don't know if you are continually sending me messages on YouTube, or on Facebook, or if they're just sending me a notification that your message is there to get back to you. But in case this is you continually sending me something on Facebook, you know who you are. You said, and I have the screenshot to prove it, that humanity is part of the problem. I do not want to speak with you. That we got nothing to discuss. Okay? So just leave me alone. You don't want to talk to someone like me. I don't want to talk to someone like you. There's no reason for you to continually message me or to even expect any kind of response. Now, there's someone else on here as well. I'm not going to be on any kind of hook or feel like anyone feels like I need to send them money because of some bullshit financial situation they got themselves in. I'm not on the financial hook for anybody. You make your own decisions. I don't have any kind of obligation to send you money. Okay? So I wanted to get that out of here. And that's also a thing too, because in my opinion, and how's that stock market doing, everybody? Have we broke 37,000? No, we haven't. So does that mean for 1 year running, I've called the market top correctly? Yeah, it does. Did the stock market crash in 2020? Yeah, it did. Am I right about everything? No, I'm not. But how's the hyperinflation looking? How's the inflation looking? Looking good? No, it's not. So I am predicting and expecting tumultuous financial times for this country. And so comments are off because I don't want anyone to feel like I'm supposed to send them money because everyone's about to be in their own hole and they can figure it out themselves. And I am not going to be part of the blame of why they can't get themselves out of the hole. All right. Now, I started making videos on YouTube in January of 2012. It was about sometime in summer, fall of 2013, I think-ish. Someone on YouTube said, check out this guy's work. I think you'll like it. It was Bill stuff. Occult Science 101 was his YouTube name. Fell in love with his work. He is the guy who broke the Saturn black cube being worshipped and being everywhere and how it's all that and how it's all Saturn's shit. He's the guy who broke that out and opened everybody's eyes. I have said on countless occasions that the guy's work is incredible. And I was a big supporter of it, and I shared it myself on my YouTube channel, and that's where all of my spiritual basis started and came from. There was a group of us that were really into Bill's work, and this woman named Erin Bentowski, she was on her page, on Bill's page, on my page, and even on Dreams Within Dreams, who is now known as Big Busty Woo Woo. Her real name is Sophie, at least that's the name she goes by. She makes videos still. We were all kind of like in a little gang together where we supported each other and commented and made videos and all this kind of, and just kind of passed along each other's work. Erin really thought it would be awesome if Bill and I talked. Erin being, I don't know, well, I know now because of the surveillance system, but she was really nice, and I don't know if Bill was very paranoid, didn't want to talk to anybody, so I found it very incredible that she was able to make it happen. She was able to have me and Bill exchange phone numbers, and Bill and I talked, and this was again around 2013, 2014, something like that. There had been others before this, but around the time that Bill and I started talking on the phone, so this was a few months into it, where I started making videos and passing along Bill's work. Well, there was a guy named Trample on Snakes. He was a big cheerleader of Bill's work and was always making videos about Bill's stuff or passing along Bill's stuff, or just mirroring Bill's videos altogether. That guy turned on me because I called Bill a grouch. That's what happened. Bill's a grouch. He knows he's a grouch. Even Sophie has called him a grouch. I even asked Bill today, is that something that you'd like to discuss or debate with me? Everybody knows it. In the video I said, Bill is a grouch, but I love him and his work. And the guy, like mainstream media, edited out, like it even matters, but edited out that part. So in his video, And it was before this one. This was just like the second or third that he made about me. Talking all this shit, how I'm a backstabbing snitch and a bitch and all of these things. And so whenever I talked to Bill, I said on the phone the first time, I said, you know, there's this guy Trample on Snakes. You know him? Yeah, I know him. He's like some guy in Germany. Okay, because I was just kind of wondering if it was you under a different account. No, it's not me. It's some guy in Germany. Okay, well, he's got a problem with me. You know anything about that? No, I don't. Okay, well, what I'm telling you is that someone says that you have a problem with me overseas, and they're making videos about me, calling me a backstabber, snitch, a bitch, all these things. I don't know anything about that. Okay, well, that's fine. I kind of had a problem with that because I passed along Bill's work. I was a big supporter of it, so I was really hoping that he would have said, I'll handle that, sorry about that, but he never did, so I kind of held it against him. I distanced myself. And then he left YouTube altogether and started his website. His website didn't really work on the device that I had at the time. I'm not knocking the website. I have my website of my own. They're trouble. I get it. What I'm saying is, as the device, I'm not saying it was on all devices. I'm not saying it was that way for everybody. I'm saying on my device, his website did not work that well for me. So I even quit visiting that. I found out years later that he changed his phone number and didn't tell me. So I took that as the official sign that we're done talking. That's okay. That's fine. All right. Now, fast forward to this year. I always kept Bill in the back of my mind, and I'm not making this up. I want to bring this up because this is true and it's wild. I just brought him up last month. I keep the guy in my mind a whole lot. I just brought him up last month because I was reading a book. I finished this book called The Two Babylons. And that's how I know it was last month now, because I finished it last month. And there's a whole part about what the X, the symbol X, really symbolizes and what it really means. And Bill was bang on. All of his research knocked that shit right out of the water. Sure did. And it just blew my mind because I was just saying to myself, like, how cool it is. Because this book was written in the 1800s. Old, small, super print. I mean, oh, what a bitch to read, but incredible book. And I remember thinking, like, I wonder how much research these people who wrote this book did. Because I don't know if he still does it, but Bill was a tree trimmer. And so I'm sitting here reading this chapter and being like, I know all this. I know this. Yep, that's true. Yep, that's true. And just being mind blown that some tree trimmer can put all this stuff together by looking at a few pictures and symbols. I mean, it really is incredible. I've always said that. And so he was just in my head. And then all of a sudden, last night, because again, I'm not dealing with anybody on YouTube anymore. Or even if has to do specifically with my television show, I'm not interested. I should have a way bigger group. Team. We should be working together, like talking. The reason why Evil does so well, because let's just use the Bilderbergs, for example. They get together every year and organize, right? You don't see any quote-unquote conspiracy theorists doing that. We trade comments back and forth, a message or two on Facebook every couple weeks, right, Tim? That's it. That's about as organized as we can get. So I'm frustrated that after 10 years, I've got nobody standing here with me except for people who are hitting me up for money. So I don't talk to anybody. I'm done. Comments are off. And I'm not interested in arguing with anybody. I don't know what. I have not been more accurate than I couldn't be more accurate. Since 2020, I mean, it's sick. It's absolutely sick. This whole thing with Dr. Malone and Joe Rogan pisses me off because my interview with Carl, which was months first, back in September of this year, had everything that those guys talk about. And what's more impressive about it was all predicted months prior. So I am bang on with all this, including where even the stock market is. So I have no desire, because these people, some of these people are saying I'm not in touch with my higher spirit. And these are people who said, this is in February before the lockdowns. We're saying because Kobe Bryant was killed meant everything was going to be okay. That's what they were telling people. And I'm not in touch with my higher spirit. And then the next month, the lockdowns. And remember, this was the month after the assassination that I accurately predicted, but was only off by 1 week. So I don't have any desire to argue with anybody. I don't have the energy, because I'm the one who's actually standing up for justice and for good, and trying to stand up for these children who are being abused. So I don't have I fight with my neighbors. I fight with everybody, my family. I don't have it in me to fight with anybody that I'm never going to meet. Not in person. So anyway, Bill hits me up last night out of nowhere, says, "It's Tony, Bill, what up?" I ignore it. I'm like, not even going to talk to you, dude. And I get on there this morning to start sharing my television show, and he starts hitting me up, one thing after another, boom, 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 boom. So I'm like, well, I guess I can't ignore you. And so we start talking. And I bring up Trample on Snakes, who I want to say, I'm not saying that this is what happened. I'm saying that I was told this is what happened. Trample on Snakes has had a roommate. This is what I was told a few years ago. There was somebody who wrote me on YouTube and said, "I'm Trample on Snakes' roommate. The guy is an alcoholic bedwetter that does nothing but walk around this apartment and mutter about you." So again, am I saying that's what happened? I mean, am I saying that what the guy says is what happened? I'm not. I'm saying that's what happened to me. Is that someone contacted me and said that this guy walks around wet in his bed and drunk and mutters about him. This is some dude in Germany. That's how much and how big of a problem am I opposed to the German government. You better be taking the juice, because if you're not, then we agree on something real big, don't we? What are we fighting about? And so I brought up to Bill, I'm still upset over that shit. I'm real sorry, but I am. Because I really feel like you could have said something. I pushed your work. I pushed your website. I really wish you would have just told the guy to stop it at least. And so he's like, Trample on Snakes is on my Skype, I think is what he said right now. I'll talk to him right now. Remember, this is about 7:30 this morning, and Germany's about at least 6 hours ahead of us. So Trample on Snakes has happened to be on about 1:30, 2 o'clock in the morning at Bill's beck and call, which I thought was very weird. And so he says all he did was refuse to watch your stuff. No, Bill. Lies, all lies. This TOS means Trample on Snakes. Let's Get Free For was another one. We don't know who this is. They're claiming it's some guy in Holland. I'm claiming that Trample on Snakes, Let's Get Free For, and maybe even Bill are all the same person. But at the very least, Let's Get Free For and Trample on Snakes are the same person. So here you go. He says all he did was refuse to watch your videos. Incorrect. I just signed on here after 2 years. I didn't even know you were on here. That's why I said hi. I even have 5 fake Facebook accounts. Well, that's not suspicious at all. Bill, just go do your shit on your own. Leave me alone. Like I said, I don't watch anybody's stuff. I didn't even know the name of your YouTube channel. Is that right? Well, I don't let it go. I don't believe any of that. I keep after him. I keep pounding for the truth. And this is what happens. This is the last thing he says to me. I don't know who or what the fuck you are or were, but you are totally confused. I asked him to delete whatever he had for I don't know. Old Tony, I remember, not this new bitter dickhead. And be sure, Sonny, I don't want your friendship or phone number. So fuckhead, what have you done for love today besides be Uranus? Now, Bill, how could you possibly know the catchphrase of my television show if you just got on Facebook today and you don't even know my YouTube channel? Oh, I know. You must just coincidentally have an Asai TV account. You must be a subscriber. So you see, people? Busted. How could you possibly know? What have you done for love today? How could you possibly know my catchphrase if you don't know my YouTube channel and you haven't been on Facebook in 2 years? I don't even know the name of your YouTube channel. I just signed in here after 2 years. What have you done for love today besides be an asshole, Uranus? Sounds like someone's watching me and always has been, like all these people out here. All right? You're all on your own. You all think you know the answers. You all think you got it all figured out. You don't want to talk to someone like me. I'm not in touch with my higher spirit. You're not going to fix me. It's not your job to do that. Someone's job is to make me feel better, like the dream I had. I dreamt of my twin. I sure did, finally. I don't even pay attention to dreams because I think about this shit all the time, so I don't pay any attention to it. But I told a friend, and she really thinks it means something, and she dreams crazy. A few weeks ago, I think it was either the end of last month or the beginning of this one, I had a beautiful blonde, and she came and sat right on me. And she said, I was put into your life to help you feel better. Yep. So we'll see if that's the truth. We'll see if that comes to pass. I'm not interested in talking to anybody. I've got my own thing going on. You're not going to derail this. There are so many people that do not want this reunion to happen. And there are people that want it to happen. They just want to see what the hell happens. That's why they're obsessing and watching me and pretending that they're not. Busted. How could you possibly know, bud? What have you done for love today?